Today, I'm competing for the most money I've ever played for in a pickleball match. My partner Carolina and I are playing in a 5-0 mixed match for $700. If you remember a few months ago, TJ and I got to play in the finals of this showcase and unfortunately did not take home the W, did not win any cash, but we're back, baby. Only this time it's mixed instead of men's. So a couple weeks prior to this night, Carolina and I played pool play to qualify for this finals. In pool play, we dominated. We did not give up more than 5 points in a single match, and we were very confident coming into the finals here. Willie and Mary are on the other side of the net, two fantastic players from Kansas City, and we know them very well. We know their games, and we had a distinct and definite plan heading into this match. I had 2 weeks to think about it, so it's like Andy Reid coming off of a bye week. You just can't give him 2 weeks to think about it. So coming into the match, we had two main strategies. Willie has a massive drive, so strategy number one was we were going to try and return to the middle and keep his drives in front of us. If you give him angles, then he will really hurt you. The other thing is once we got to the net, Mary's very crafty on the right side. She loves to lob. She loves to speed up down the line, so if we kept the dinks in front of her towards the middle, then we gave her less angles to attack. The final piece of the strategy was when we were on offense, we were going to prioritize drops over drives. A lot of times in mixed, you see guys coming in just ripping drives down the line at the girl straight ahead of them. But our thirds, we were aiming for Willie's backhand. Willie likes to play really big in the middle, and as he should because he's a phenomenal athlete, but it also opened up the backhand side for drops, which coincidentally is my favorite place to drop and get in. So I was always trying to drop, well, that was a bad drop, but I was always trying to land it at Willie's backhand. We actually got a handful of free points off of that and free points off the drive. I did sprinkle in a few drives, a little salt bay, sprinkle in the drives, but ultimately our goal was getting to the kitchen and getting up and dinking. We got off to a pretty fast start in this match, a couple loose errors on the side of Willie and Mary, but Carolina and I really felt comfortable, and one thing that helps me feel super comfortable, especially at the beginning of a match, is when you can get the mid-court dialed in. I think it's one thing to kind of feel comfortable at the kitchen and maybe hitting your thirds, but if you're feeling comfortable in the transition zone, I feel like that completely sets the tone for the rest of the game. So Carolina's a cheat code to play mixed with. It's so fun to play mixed with her just because she is absolutely dominant. She has a rocket of a backhand. She plays really aggressive. She's really solid dinker as well. And so one advantage that we had is that I was able to stay more on my side and protect my line. A lot of times you see guys having to overcommit in the middle and trying to protect their partner too much. And really, I didn't have to worry about Carolina at all. I just stayed on my side, protected my stuff, and let her handle her side. Willie gets a little net love there. But you'll see as the match goes on, Willie starts to play really aggressive, and he's taken over a lot of space in the middle, and that opened up his backhand side as a vulnerable spot, and we attacked that. So that's just one of the advantages of playing mixed with Carolina. It's almost like playing gender doubles, but you're playing mixed doubles. So this match is best 2 out of 3 games to 11. Like I said, we got off to a really good start, and then Willie and Mary rattled off a few points. These next couple points were really, really important. I mean, they closed the gap to 6-4, and we wanted to get some momentum on this side out. So a couple good examples of just why it's so fun to play mixed with Carolina. Like, she's just a beast, and you watch this point where I pretty much touch one ball, and the rest of it is just Carolina dinking, covering middle on a speed up, and just absolutely cooking. And so you watch my contribution here. Like I said, Willie's trying to cover a lot of middle, taking up a lot of space, and it opens up just a little window on his backhand, and that ends the point. So really, I get to take credit for winning the point, but Carolina did 99% of the work. So that was a huge momentum builder point right there. Go up 7-4. Here's more of that transition game, just feeling really solid in the transition zone, putting a lot of pressure on them because we were making it to the kitchen line every time. Mary, crafty, giving her angles and crafty speed ups. 7-4, 2 here, rip a drive, get a little free point. Love to see that. Salt Bay, I would be remiss if I did not mention the fact that I am playing with the brand new Friday Fever paddle in this match. Go get yours for 99 bucks at FridayPickle.com. Shameless plug, but it's the best paddle you'll ever use. Just trust me. Anyways, got a couple points back, and we gave the ball back to them at 8-4. Wanted to get 2 quick stops. Carolina hits an absolute missile here to get the first stop, second stop. Willie's forcing it a little bit. Get the ball back, 8-4. So right now we just really wanted to close out the match, get some momentum building points, and we just so did that. Mary hits a perfect lob. Carolina chases it down. I just self-preservation, deflect that ball to the corner, get back in, dig. Mary tries to go for the lob again, and the slammo. Looking pretty spry out there, aren't I? Would you believe me if I told you I was a 33-year-old father of 2? Well, I got a secret. It's right inside these shoes. This is the insole that came in my shoe. This is the one I got in there now. I've been using Victory insoles the last few months, and let me tell you, my legs feel so springy. These are designed to return energy explosively, and they absolutely deliver. When I was trying to think of things that could help my pickleball game get better, insoles was at the bottom of the list, but let me tell you, these things have changed my game. I feel a lot more stable in my movement, and the energy return takes a ton of pressure off my knees and off my ankles. If you want to check out Victory insoles, click the link in our description. That was a massive, massive momentum building point there. Go up 9-4-1, really trying to just close this out here. Willie and Mary made a tremendous move there. I don't know how I got that ball. And then I was so ready to smack that for the winner and just absolutely drilled the tape. So 9-4-2, still trying to get another point here and we'll force the issue a bit, miss the drive. So we give the ball back to them. One other advantage of playing with Carolina, you're hearing that out of my mouth a lot, but we're able to stay on returns. So most commonly in mixed, you see the guy and the girl stack where the guy stays on the left side, girl stays on the right. And sometimes that leaves you vulnerable when you're on defense because the girl's running cross court or the guy's running cross court. And, say if Willie hits a really good drive, then that puts us in a really difficult spot. So being able to stay on the return was a huge advantage for us. Me playing right side and Carolina playing the left side. Get the ball back, 9-4-1. Another big point here. Would be nice to close out this match. Trying to be patient here and wait for the right time to attack. Mary tries to slide another lob. No, thank you. You see the head bobbing here? Just real briefly, they were playing Get Low by Lil Jon. At this point, we were really just feeling ourselves. Get the drop in, a little patient point. And that is game 1, 11-4. Switch sides, trying to lock up game 2 to secure that $700 cash prize. Didn't change strategy here at all. Just tried to stay solid up at the kitchen line, let Carolina do her thing. Boing. Mario noise there. Willie almost took somebody's heads off in the crowd with that overhead, but good point by him. So didn't get a point there, but same strategy, just return middle, keep the drives in front of us, don't give angles, and try to stay solid here. This is a little shot I've been working on, a little 2-hand backhand counter. Very proud of that one, but also goes to show the advantage of playing with Carolina. Normally, I would be in a really bad spot to try and defend that speed up from Mary because I'd be pinching middle, but being able to stay on my side, I was able to counter that ball. Get a missed return from Mary to get up 1-0. One thing that's so important in game 2s is getting off to a good start. If you win game 1, it's huge because you can really, you get an early lead in game 2, it can feel insurmountable for your opponent to try and come back. So that was our goal, start off hot and get an early lead. Get a little love from the net. Carolina just going to work. Really good lob from Mary, but just out. So we take a 2-0 lead. Really good start here. And one thing we sensed from them is that they were going to try and start forcing the issue, which you see there, kind of an ill-advised speed up by Mary. So we were just trying to honestly make balls and stay really consistent because we knew that they were going to start pushing, trying to get points and maybe doing things they shouldn't. So we're just trying to keep the ball in front. Carolina with a really slippery little speed up there to Willie's forehand. And just more just the transition game for us was so solid. Hands were so good. Resets were so good. Carolina disguising her speed ups really well. See here, she goes for another attack, somehow get a little dig there, felt real good, get back into the dinking point, kind of fool Mary here down the line. So at this point, we've got a 5-0 lead, sorry, in game 2, and we're feeling really confident about locking this match up. At this point, I was feeling so proud of myself and the strategy that we put together. I was cracking Carolina up earlier in the week because I just kept texting her at random times, like little nuggets of strategy. And I was like, can you tell that I can't stop thinking about this right now? So we get to the match, and we're just feeling good at this point. 6-0 lead in game 2 and feel completely in control of this. We got a quick side out from Willie and Mary. They missed a return and we played some good defense. So got up 7-0-1 here. Willie with a tremendous shot across court to my backhand. You just gotta tip your cap to a shot like that. So 7-0-2. I'm trying to force the issue, losing sight of the strategy here. So we got a little bit stale at 7. We just tried to hang on, play good defense, keep them from scoring any points. When you got a big lead and you get stuck on a number, it's easy to try and force things you weren't doing, and you got to remember why you got there. So in our case, we got stuck at 7 and just trying to stay disciplined to the strategy and trying to do what got us those 7 points, what won us game 1. But they were playing good defense, keeping us back. I was leaving some resets high. Had to kind of go to the Zen garden, if you know what I mean, and reset and find my mojo again. So an empty side out for us there. We give the ball back. 0-7 still though, still feeling good. So going back to our strategy here, keeping Willie honest. He's trying to play big in the middle, and Carolina with a really crafty inside out dink puts Willie on the ground. I'm sure Carolina enjoyed watching that one happen. They do get a point here. Mary with a good lob. A couple good digs from Willie and Mary again, and then she throws up another lob, and Carolina and I, a little miscommunication. We both wanted to smack it, and turns out neither of us did. So they do get on the scoreboard there. So right now, just really trying to limit any possible momentum, and I thought that was going to be a big problem for us. If Mary would have made that, I think that could have led them and propelled them to a few more points. So big side out there, get the ball back, 7-1, trying to stick with the strategy. Willie playing dominant now, kind of finding some mojo, so really wanted to get a point here at 7-1. Carolina enjoyed doing this little slice serve a couple times throughout the night, and it got us some good returns, allowed Willie to stay on the right. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, here we're just gonna dink, and then I forgot that you can't actually step on the kitchen line when you're taking the ball out of the air. So for those of you that know the rules of pickleball, can't do that. We had Julie on the sideline wearing a blonde wig calling foot faults, and I did foot fault there. So still up 7-1, trying to play good defense at least one more time, get the ball back, because I felt really good after we got the ball back here that we were just going to close out this match. I think Carolina and I just looked at each other, settle in, let's stick with the strategy, and let's go win this match. So drop to Willie's backhand, little angle, little ATP, and a missed dink. So that was huge. That was like the seal's off. It's 8-1. We're going. We're home free. Let's go ahead and close this out. So 8-1-1. Trying to stay big with my serve too, because down the stretch in the match you can get some free points like you did right there. 9-1-1. 2 more points. $700 is ours. Willie here just trying to do a little too much, rolling it back behind Carolina, hits the net, falls back on their side. 10-1-1 match point here. Tried to go big on the serve. Once I saw that they were not switching, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get into Mary, dink to her. She actually had a pretty dang good speed up, but I got a paddle on it, got a paddle on the counter, smacked the absolute crap out of Carolina's hand, thought I might have broken it. We were juiced up, but that is a victory, ladies and gentlemen. 11-4, 11-1, $700 is ours. Shout out to this person who won last week's paddle. Comment "Ba-dum-dum-dum" for your chance to win this week's paddle, and we'll see you next Friday.